And wait, you have to spit out your gum. Or you're going to swallow that? That's gross.
Welcome to the Beautiful Twin Sisters podcast.
All my beautiful twin sisters.
Beautiful twin sisters. Beautiful twin sisters.
Alrighty, guys. It is I, Ashley,
Amber.
Andrew.
and today we are here to talk
not
about...
funny.
It's not funny?
What's so funny? Go, sorry.
Go, sorry.
Okay. And today we are here to talk about our experiences being Korean American and also being half Korean.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a highly requested topic. We're always touching on it a little bit, but now we're going to fully deep dive in. And we even got brother Drew here.
Yep.
I feel like, I don't know. We've talked about it a little bit in our podcast before. You also had your old podcast where you talked about it. But now we're going to have our brother here to share his insights. So this is kind of a doozy. Are you guys ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
Also, we're doing a little asymmetrical podcast because I'm in the middle and Andrew's off to the side wearing a different outfit. Mm-hmm. So sorry if that's like so disorienting. We'll never do this again if you don't like it.
We see like an immediate drop off of like every single user stopped watching because
a million dislikes.
The podcast was not symmetrical, but it's fine. Amber and I are wearing some little red tank tops with bows, and Andrew is wearing camo pants
And a white shirt.
and a white shirt. Yeah.
But anyways, I think it's about time we hop right into it. Let's get into our Korean American experience as three beautiful siblings in the United States,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Andrew, tell the people, what are we? Who are we even?
Oh, I'm half Korean, half white.
Okay, there we go, bro. Our mom is Korean and our dad is white.
You know what you call that? You know what you call that?
What?
Wasian.
Wasian.
Oh,
we're Wasian.
Oh, he's
yeah.
Wasian
Oh,
like that.
Wait.
It's in my bio.
We're so wait. No, it's not.
Hashtag Wasian.
Hashtag we are so Wasian. Guys, Wasians love to bring up that they're Wasian.
Wait.
But I feel like we're
On my
not like
resume, Asian.
that. You instantly get accepted for the job.
Bro.
No, I feel like some Wasians really do that, but we don't do it as much. I swear. We're totally joking right now.
Yeah, like don't even ever mention that I'm Wasian.
We'll get into all of these things a bit more. But basically, our mom is Korean. Our dad is white. He grew up in upstate New York. Our mom is from around Seoul and moved here when she was 12, immigrated here. And that's pretty much the basics. We already have podcast episodes with each of our parents up. If you haven't seen that already somehow, go watch those to learn a bit more about them.
Yeah, it'll definitely be more in depth, but basically mom moved here, kind of did like the American dream move for a better future type of move.
Yeah.
With her family, and lived in Maryland, went to optometry school, which is where she met our dad, and that was in Pennsylvania. Shout out. Shout out Pennsylvania. And yeah, they lived happily ever after.
But so they are a mixed couple. They have mixed kids.
Yeah.
And we're going to get all up in this business today. So we're going to be talking a bit about how our parents raised us and how we grew up. Basically, we've still never been to Korea. We almost, guys, I don't know if we ever publicly addressed this, but we booked a Korea trip for this year, this past March.
Yeah, I booked everything.
Hotels, all of it. Like, we bought the tickets, we had it planned, and then what did Andrew decide to do literally like 2 days after we made all those plans?
Tear my ACL.
Yeah.
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 Boo.
Boo.
Yeah. And then because of that, obviously he couldn't really go to Korea. Like maybe we could have forced you, but then you just be like walking on a torn ACL and meniscus like all through Seoul, which my mom said would be a lot of walking and stairs there. So we decided to cancel.
Yeah, he had his ACL surgery in mid-February, and the plan was going to be mid-March. So he was like in the depths of his recovery, and it would not have worked. So we had to cancel everything. We were this close to like really doing the whole Korean experience this year for the first time ever. Our mom still hasn't been back to Korea since she immigrated. But you know, we'll push it to next year. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I think next year will be really fun. Maybe go again in March or April or whenever the cherry blossoms are blossoming. Yeah, and I think a lot of times people will be like, wait, why has your mom not been back? And I'm like, does anyone realize like it's so expensive to go to Korea? And also because I think since we're older, I just feel like traveling with a ton of little kids would have also been really difficult when we were younger.
Yeah, I feel like we get a lot of comments, which is crazy, about a lot of different things.
And
But
people
one
are
of-
mad.
People get mad about all types, anything about us related to Koreanness. People love to drop a really crazy comment where they're like, why haven't you guys gone yet? Why haven't you done this? Why weren't you raised like this? It's like, bro,
Mind your damn business.
do you not
kidding.
understand, like, these things are hard? Like, we'll get more into all this in the podcast, but oh my God.
I experienced that firsthand at school.
What did they
school?
say?
Same things, like word for word. Like, why don't you speak Korean? I really think it's just Bay Area Asians. I think it's those California Asians are rough on you.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Like, I'm not trying to generalize people, but I think a lot of people on the West Coast are also more culturally attached to, like, where their parents came from, if that makes sense. Does that make any sense?
I don't know. There's something about just, I think the Asians in Korea, oh my gosh, the Asians in California have been there for more generations. So they're
That's
able
actually
to, like,
facts.
have their own culture as, like, California Asians, whereas, like,
There's no, like, East Coast Asians.
it's not like a culture to be in East. I don't know. To get back to how we grew up and how our parents raised us, Andrew, can you explain where did we grow up and what is it like there?
We're from upstate New York. It's green. It's rural.
And what are the people like there?
White.
Yeah, it's pretty white, but it's also, in a way, very diverse still, where I feel like there's a lot of white people, there's a lot of, like, Dominican people, kind of specifically, a lot of people from, like, the Caribbean where we live.
But mostly white.
Majority white people. There are some, like, East Asian people and also maybe more Indian people than East Asian people. Would you agree with that?
That's kind of like the vibe of where we grew up. But I think when you, like, think about where we live, the vibe is very, like, very white. Like,
It's mostly white people vibes, but I think there's maybe like 75% white people.
yeah, I feel like that's
So
pretty
that
high
is,
percent.
that's pretty high percent.
The vibe of where we live is like farmland, Walmart, Burger King. Like that's literally, I don't know how else to explain it. It's just very white, culturally very white.
Target.
Not very accepting of like you embracing your culture. The vibe is like,
I feel like it's kind of is fine there. I feel like it's like kind of regular. However, there's like not much boba as I would like.
There's
That's
way
it.
more boba though now.
There is now, but when we grew up, there was no boba. Guys, imagine you're an Asian person that lives in California. Imagine this: you grow up, no boba for 3 hours away from your house.
for 3 hours.
For 3 hours away from your house.
Yeah.
No,
Hot Pot, KBBQ.
there is no H Mart anywhere near you. I never even heard of soju until I was 19. I'm just joking. Well,
But,
like, bruh.
So that was pretty much the vibes. Very crazy. How did you guys feel growing up there? Did you feel like out of place? Were you ever really aware of your Asianness or that you were different than your like average classmate? Bro, how did you feel?
Me?
Yeah.
Definitely raised like a white kid.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know how to put it better, but definitely didn't fit in just by appearance.
Did you feel like
Yeah.
You felt
You
aware
felt it?
that you
Yeah.
looked different?
Yeah.
Since how old? Forto College. Just kidding.
iCarly, bro?
Maybe like 4th or 5th grade.
Okay,
Started, like,
okay.
kinda
Probably same.
I think
Became
same.
conscious of it. I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. I
Yeah.
feel different.
I feel
Asian. I'm Asian. I'm better.
Wait, I
I
feel
forgot. I'm not
Asian.
different. I'm better.
No, that's fine.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, that's crazy. Wow. Well, I would agree that that's around the same age that I feel like I also maybe realized like, oh, that's crazy. I'm Asian. Anyways,
like wait. Oh,
wait.
I'm Asian.
Wait, pause. I'm Asian. Oh.
Oh God, bro.
God.
The mewing is crazy.
I would also say growing up that mom and dad both never made us feel like weird about like our race and never really talked to us about our race, which like not in a bad way. I think they just wanted us to like grow up as regular kids and not be like conscious of like mommy's Korean, daddy is white, or like we grew up just thinking we're just kids, and like we are just like I'm just Ashley. I'm not really growing up thinking about what race I am necessarily, and I think we're also very grateful that we luckily grew up in like a school system in an area where even though it is majority white, I wouldn't say we ever felt anyone was like being mean to us or something because of it. Do you know what I mean?
That is true.
So I think obviously like I knew I was Asian probably from since I was much younger than 4th or 5th grade. I just don't really like remember it, but I don't think it inhibited me from being who I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. I feel like as like a baby, you're not really like perceiving yourself as anything. But then as you start to get older, then you're like, oh wait, hold up. Because I don't know, like as kids, you were like just a kid. Like I swear, like
maybe I have no memories too from my childhood. No, I do, but like I just don't remember like literally caring about anything. I just remember just being like, I'm having a good time. Yeah.
Jinx. I feel like, we just kind of grew up American. Like, that's how everyone in that area was raised. Just like, you're kind of just any other kid. Very American vibes. You eat cheeseburgers, bro. That's it. Like,
yeah, it was very much the American experience. Yeah.
But also, we did have our...
Today's 4th of July, sorry.
Oh, yeah, we're filming
this
on
when
4th
we're
of
filming
July.
this. Yeah. But we're talking about Korea.
Freedom!
Freedom! The American side really popped out right now. That's crazy.
Wearing my camo pants for this special day.
Oh, yes, so America core.
Wow, that's very American of you.
And now you have to do aegyo to balance it with your Korean side.
What the hell is aegyo?
Aegyo is like the cutesy faces that the K-pop idols do.
Oh, this one?
Do like this.
No, not like that.
Oh, okay, next topic.
Do a little this, everybody. Little hand heart. Yes, we love it. I was gonna say, we did have our Korean grandparents living pretty close by on the East Coast. They lived in Baltimore, Maryland. So we did visit them pretty often, and like our aunts and uncles on that side. And I feel like when we visited them, then we would be like, oh yeah, we are for sure Korean. We were eating all the Korean food.
On the Korean vibes.
Our family loved to show us like K-pop. So we were listening to K-pop as little kids.
Oh, wait. I'm like listening to K-pop when I'm like 6.
Yeah.
So I definitely was like, I'm Korean.
No, yeah. I think you're forgetting a lot of things.
Yeah.
But
do you view our cousins as
Asian?
I look at Paulo and Kai as they're just Asian.
Yeah,
don't know why.
But the other thing is, from appearance-wise, I also look at myself as being 100% Asian. Like, I feel like I'm 100% Asian, but like raised fully American, if that makes sense.
And that's
so true.
But like when I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, this bitch is Asian.
Yeah, right? Because
Yeah.
it's not like we're ever looking at ourselves in the mirror and seeing the white side.
No.
Like, not at all. Like, we are all Asian.
But if
for
we
sure.
grew up in Asia, would we be like, yeah, I'm white?
Oh.
See?
I would if I grew up in
wonder.
Asia, I would feel Wasian, but in America, I just feel Asian.
Snaps, bro, snaps. That's so true, girl.
That was
so
slam
true.
poetry.
Slam poetry.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. But back on the K-pop. We were on top of it before you guys. Yeah, that's right. We were early, ahead of the curve before it was popular.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the K-pop groups we listened to, Drew? Oh, Ashley, do you remember?
Girls' Generation, Double S 501, Super Junior, 21.
Someone
Yeah,
still
IU.
listens to them.
Yeah, bro. Of
Yeah.
course. Bro, my favorite playlist of mine is my old K-pop playlist.
Bro, sometimes I can't even listen to new K-pop because I love the old K-pop so much.
Same. Unfortunately, I agree. It's kind of just like how, like, I feel like even in the U.S., like, the older music is always better. Like, the
Like
early
2010s?
2000s.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Bro.
vibe. It's just so much better. Like current pop music versus like 2010s pop music does not even compare. So that's kind of our same vibe. And also just the nostalgia factor of Super Junior is so crazy. So that was what we grew up listening to when we would like visit our family. Our mom also cooked us a lot of Korean food, but I would say mostly American just
Yeah.
because it's like, I feel like
Probably more palatable for toddlers that are raised in America.
true. And I
However,
think,
we did, like, I'd be eating kimchi. My mom would always make for us kimbap, like, with just, like, seaweed paper and rice. Like, we would eat that really often.
yeah,
I
that
love
was
that.
like our
Yeah,
favorite.
and she would make bulgogi and whatever. But also, we would have spaghetti and we would have
meatloaf.
Chinese food and meatloaf.
Knew
And
meatloaf
we
was
would have a
coming.
really big mix. Yeah.
Whopper.
Indian
Whopper.
food.
Big Mac.
Yeah.
We had some pretty diverse palates as little babies.
Yeah.
Just
But
kidding.
mom cooked mostly for us. I feel like we mostly ate food that mom cooked, and it would always just be like pork chop, spaghetti. Yeah. You know the vibes.
I feel like none of us are that picky eaters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think mom also made sure we ate like everything. So I don't think a single one of us is a picky eater.
Yeah, not even
Like
close.
we would
bro.
all eat anything.
I mean,
Ew, yuck. Make me a grilled cheese and chicken nuggets.
Bro, literally.
that would be crazy.
Bro, I know people that are like that. And it's a shame.
It's a real shame. I agree with both of you guys. When you're a kid, you're not really perceiving yourself as that. No other children, at least I feel like we were lucky enough, no other children were making us feel that different as kids. And I think what changed was around like the 4th grade age. Like we're like 8 or 9, I think. 9 or 10.
Around 10, right?
Around 10 years
don't
old.
know.
Yeah, I feel
kids
like
start being more judgmental, especially as like puberty is oncoming.
because I think that's when that's the type of age where kids start to try being cool and like they're trying to fit in.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we're looking in the mirror and you're like, wait, why do I feel like a little bit off? Like, why does nobody see me as like their equal?
Yeah. Or that's when kids also start to make meaner jokes, I feel like racist jokes and
Bro,
shit.
do you guys, every time someone makes like an actual racist comment or joke to us, I feel like we are so caught off guard because I'm like, wait, what? Like,
I never like realize until like, well, I do obviously realize,
Now,
but I
yeah.
never like am quick enough in the moment to be like, what the fuck did you just say to me? I'm always just like, oh,
yeah,
like, do you know what I mean?
right?
I need to have like a better like reaction time with it, but it's always so sudden.
I also feel like as kids, when someone would like pull their eyes at us or
Yeah.
like something like that, I'd be like, wait, is that like, I wouldn't even realize the joke was like directed at me because I
Same.
didn't even like, I didn't view myself as anything. I didn't view myself as like Asian or white or anything. I was just like, what? So when they pulled their eyes at me as like an Asian joke, I was like,
It's like
wait,
just
am I?
general confusion.
I was like, wait, is that supposed to be at me? Like, cause
also like,
that joke doesn't even, I'm like, nobody actually looks like that and it just like does not make sense.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know. I can't explain this properly, but like if someone would make a joke to me like, oh, do you eat cats and dogs? I'd be like, what? Like, I
Yeah.
feel like, I don't know. Like, what do you
we
mean?
definitely got those as kids, but I think we were just so like in our own world that they either like went over our heads, like thank God, I guess,
Yeah.
or we just were confused about it. Because I feel like we probably also got that as little kids, and we're just like,
Huh?
we're just like,
Oblivious?
what? Okay, bye. Like you're weird. I would also all the time get like, oh, you're Korean. Are you North or South Korean? And then I'd be like, oh, I'm South Korean. Kids would be like, well, good, because if you were North Korean, we couldn't be friends. And I'm like, do you even understand? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like that's just crazy.
Like-
it's like North Korean. Like there are obviously North Korean people like in America. Imagine saying that to someone that's like North Korean, and you're just like,
like that has overcome so many crazy things and then they're like, oh yeah, we can't be friends. It's like, just,
or they just don't understand.
they just don't get it. I'm like, y'all don't get it. I'm
Yeah.
so confused every day by those types of comments.
Yeah, it's not like if you're North Korean, like living in America, that you're still like under the North Korean like regime. Like I'm just like so confused how little kids think of North Korea, and that also adds like an interesting take on being Korean too. If that makes sense.
That was a very easy like comment to make to us, I feel like, as kids. People
Yeah.
would love to do that.
Did any of you try learning Korean? Because I feel like I had been inspired to, and I was just like, nah, too much work.
Bro.
Yeah. No, I know you did, Ashley.
I mean, yeah, I can read the Korean alphabet.
Still?
Yeah.
Whoa. I remember you did that as a kid and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and then in college again, I like worked on it for a while too. But it is hard, and I was trying to learn both Korean and French at the same time, and for me, French just comes so much easier.
I feel
And I already know French like a lot, I feel like. So it's like I'm kind of like at an intermediate level with French, where it's a lot easier for me to just like learn it and conversationally speak it. And then with Korean, I'm kind of on like the part where it's like really hard to start that journey. But yeah, I have gone through many phases of wanting to learn Korean and trying, and like having mom speak to me in Korean at home and things like that. And it's just always really hard to make it stick. I definitely want to keep trying. But yeah, it's finding time to do that on top of like being self-employed, having a business, also learning French, and like doing a bunch of other things. It is a lot, but it's something I would like to prioritize in the
I
future.
wanted to learn as well, just because
Yeah.
I was like, I should learn from mom. And then
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to get started because it wasn't part of our, or like available for us at school.
Oh yeah. So some people are like, why don't you just like take Korean in school? I'm like, first of all, what school are you going to? We had
French and Spanish.
English or Spanish. Whoever moves. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Moves.
No, but yeah, we like have like French and Spanish, and like some other people's schools have like Mandarin, Korean, Italian. I'm just like, whoa, not us. But
I also feel like a pretty common comment we get is like, why don't you guys speak Korean? Like, why didn't your mom teach you Korean? First of all,
I see where people are coming from.
Like, sure.
In a way, but people are always really mean about this to the point where like I literally, this gets me going. But like every time like I try to post a video where I'm having mom speaking Korean to us, or like we're speaking a little bit of Korean back to mom, like people are always so mean in the comments. I'm like, I'm literally just trying to make this video in order to, one, speak more Korean, and to like connect, number two, to connect with the culture more. And then people in the comments are like, this is so fucked up that you don't speak Korean. Like, this is such a shame to your motherland. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I've never even stepped foot in that country in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying. My mom moved here when she was really little. Like,
it's just like not something that we needed
people are
to
so
use.
harsh. And I do wonder if these comments are from people that are like born and raised American, or like, I'm just so confused sometimes where
like who has the
these are
audacity
coming
to
from.
say that. I also wonder like who is leaving these comments that are so judgmental, because I'm like, do you just like not understand like how life works? Like when people immigrate, lots of different things happen where it's like there are societal pressures to assimilate, and then when you have kids, you obviously want them not to struggle the same way you did, which is like what happened with our mom. She assimilates here when she's 12. She like struggles all through middle and high school to learn English
people
and fit
bullying
in
her because she has an accent, like,
right? So when she has kids, the right thing for her to do in her mind was to raise her kids American so that like they could succeed and feel comfortable in a way that she couldn't. So when people leave those comments that are like, oh, why don't you guys speak Korean? It's like, this is literally because it's like, don't put the blame on like us as individuals or like our mom or anyone. It's like literally because the world is not accepting of like
minorities, especially in America.
So I feel like it was like a self-defense like mechanism like for her kids. Like mom was like trying to protect us and be like, here, you guys will fit in because I didn't, and I want you guys to be comfortable and like successful and not have to worry about like these weird things about being perceived differently. And as a kid, like I feel like we all did want to learn Korean when we were younger, but at the same time, like mom had a job. She like
she's working full time,
raising
so
kids.
is our dad. And
it's like
to have the time to also like teach your kids another language on top of English and on top of like raising them and dealing with life. And it's like, she's not like our parents growing up, like they're not home all the time. Like they're working. And because of that, like we had to have babysitters and like things like that. And it's just, it is a little bit crazy
to expect more from our mom. Like, no.
I also think it's something really specific with Korean culture as well because of how popular it is now, that people are like, this is such a shame that you don't know Korean. I know more Korean than you just because I watch 1 million hours of K-dramas a year. And I'm just like, okay, like it's just so, like, mom worked for years to like make sure that she can speak English like without a hint of a Korean accent, just so that she can assimilate and like get by. And then she did what she thought is like best for her children. And then now just because like K-pop happens to be like so popular, like we get shamed for not knowing it. Cause I think people are also mad because they're like, they wish that they spoke Korean too. So like, that's a shame. And I'm like, yes, maybe it is like, maybe we do like wish that we learned Korean. And it would have been nice given how popular like Korean culture is now. But like, I'm not seeing this energy for other cultures or other languages. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're also like part French, and then no one's asking like, why don't you speak French? And it's like, I can be like, hey, like we're also part French. Like we can speak French. Like, for some of us, like almost a fluent level, and like literally no one gives a damn. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. No, it is just weird. Like it does feel like a lot of blame is being put on like mom and us and whatever. And it's like, bro, we like everyone's just doing what they think is right. And like now that we're old enough, I feel like we all kind of want to seek out like Korean classes and stuff. And our mom also says like, oh, I do realize now like I wish I taught you guys Korean growing up, except that like it just like we're little babies trying to learn English, dead ass. Like I don't even know how to speak English yet, bro. I'm learning that, and it's like our dad doesn't speak Korean, so it's like, what is my mom gonna do? Just like only talk to us in Korean,
more of the burden,
and then like our dad can't understand us, or like what is gonna I don't know. Our grandma lives close enough by, but it's still like,
well, we would only see her maybe like
away.
a few times a year.
Yeah, it's not like we had like a big community of Korean speakers where like it would make sense for us to learn it. It wouldn't be as easy for us, like.
At least for me as a baby, I think for you guys too. Like when my parents were at work and I was a baby, I am living on a farm. Like, do you understand this? Like a 400-acre farm with my 2 white grandparents.
It's like, when are we gonna?
It's just is like so different. And it's hard because people just assume like because we are half Korean, like there is such a spectrum of like how culturally Korean like you're raised or that you are. And I feel like we are pretty culturally Korean still, but we are missing that language aspect. And just because of that, people will be like, you're not even Korean. You are a shame to the culture. Like, I'm just like, bro.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I feel like we're all pretty comfortable with like our Koreanness and like really do feel like we embrace it and like we love that culture and like we love being Korean.
Yeah, I feel like I'm so proud to be Korean and I love being Korean.
And the only like downside of being Korean is like the way that people perceive us, which is like whether it's like little bullying things that happen when we're younger or like people on the street being weird to us or people in our comments like critiquing how Korean we are. It's like we can never win. So that's our experience with being Korean. I feel like that really sums it up. It's just like trying, like you can't please everyone. Like you're never gonna be Korean American in the right way. Like
I think that's kind of like the issue with being Asian, like the kind of identity crisis. However, I feel like it's even an issue. Like there's people that are full Korean American, obviously, like 100% Korean blood that also don't speak any Korean and live in America and they get treated the same way. And then it's just like,
what are you gonna do? I fully respect mom for all of her choices. I feel like she raised us so well, I feel like, and with such good intentions that like how can any of us ever feel upset about like not knowing Korean? And it's something that we can seek out now that we're older. I feel like we grew up hearing it enough that if we really like learned the alphabet and like all of the building blocks to the Korean language, I feel like we could pick it up pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's fun knowing the alphabet because you can just like look at a sign and read it. You might not know what it means, but you could read it.
Hell yeah.
You know what actually is a shame? If we did know Korean, I would totally be a K-pop idol by now. And that is also the main reason why I wanted to learn Korean when I was little, was because I genuinely looked up to K-pop idols from a very young age, and I wanted that to be my job so badly. And the only thing keeping me from doing that was not knowing Korean.
But so people say nowadays, I think there are K-pop idols that don't even speak Korean either.
Yeah, but then they learn, obviously.
Yeah. But I know.
Or like you have to like be able to also a lot of times go to Korea or like go to castings, and we do not have the parents that would be like, yeah, I'm going to bring you to a casting. Like we don't have those type of parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they'll play all our sports and stuff, but if I'm like, can you bring me to a modeling casting? They're like, no. So, yeah.
Oh my God. Wait, what was I going to say?
I think you're going to say that we're Asian?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that we're Asian, bro. Oh, did you guys forget?
I almost forgot.
Yeah, I saw you over there. You're kind of like looking around and you almost forgot.
Wait,
I'm better than you? Wait.
Stop saying it like that. Bro.
We're totally joking.
That's just the Wasian joke, is that everyone thinks Wasians think they're better than everyone.
The Wasian experience is actually a struggle. That's what
it's crazy because as a Wasian, I am genuinely sometimes afraid when I'm talking to a full Asian person because I feel like they're judging me so hard because I'm Wasian in a way where it's like I don't know how to put into words.
I think
do you understand what I'm saying?
Andrew said it one time in one of our Q&A videos where you said,
I'm too Asian for the white kids and too white for the Asian kids.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it feels. So that's another layer of our experience is like, we don't really fit in with anyone. But then we move, I feel like now that we live in like bigger cities, like
there's so many mixed race people and it's such like a crazy experience to like be with so many mixed race friends and like have other people that fully understand your experience. Yeah.
I feel like, bro, in our like elementary schools, I feel like there'd be one other full Asian kid in the class, but you'd be like the only mixed. Like no hapa anywhere.
I think we were like literally
The only one in our
the
school.
only ones. I had one friend that was actually half Taiwanese, half white though.
Oh, period. But yeah, so I feel like it is like a very singular experience. And growing up, you're just like, nobody gets it. I don't get it. Like the only people that got it were like the three of us. But then we went to college or like moved to bigger cities, and then we're like, oh, now we like find the people that just get it and like actually see you as a person, and like I don't know, like they just get it.
Do you have a lot of Hapa friends in college? Or do you have more Asian friends in college now?
Yeah, I do.
I always
also
thought
go
it
to a
was-
really white school.
Oh, really? You think
Yeah.
Chapman's pretty white?
So
yeah,
white.
it's like famously white, but still has a lot of Asians. I feel like for us at least.
Yeah, a lot of mixed kids too.
More diverse than where we grew up.
I do think it's really funny because growing up, obviously, pretty much all my friends were either white or black, and I was
Yeah.
the only Asian one in my friend group. And then when we like went to college, to have a fully like Asian friend group at one point, I was like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
how did this like, whoa?
Yeah, how do you even find that many Asians? Like
Yeah.
literally, that's how it felt.
But I felt like so comfortable. It was fire.
Yeah. Anyways, though, I wanted to ask, with the rise of like Korean popularity and K-pop, how do you guys feel?
I think it only benefits us positively.
That's how I feel too.
Yep. But I also think it's in another way is like upsetting that for us to be accepted in this way. It's like literally just because it's like having its pop culture moment.
Yeah, because I feel like if it wasn't so popular, we would still be really proud of our culture.
Yeah.
But the fact that it is popular makes it easier. But then it also opens up the door of like fetishization, which I feel like Asian girls have always been fetishized in a certain way. But now, for the first time, Asian boys are being fetishized. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty crazy. And
Right?
we have one of the main fetishized Asian Americans in the world sitting right next to us right now. Mr. Andrew Alexander. How does it feel, bro?
Ooh, it is weird because you can sense it.
Yeah.
You can literally read it. You just are like, I know there's a deeper, darker side to this.
Bro.
Right? Because I also wanted to ask you, I feel like when we were kids, like before this whole shift happened where K-pop was so popular, I feel like Asian men were like famously like the least attractive. That's like what people would say, where they'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, I would never date an Asian man. That's like the bottom of my tier list. Did you feel that when you were growing up? That
Yeah,
like
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I was like, damn it, I'm Asian.
No.
Yeah, like when-
But did you feel like undesired? I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like all my white friends were getting hit on like so much, and I was like, wait a minute. I feel like no one has ever even considered me. And
Bro.
meanwhile, all my friends are just like
You can't-
every girl is coming up to them or something.
Yeah.
What?
I feel like
agree with
every
that.
girl would still come up to Andrew though because he's just a handsome young man.
Well, I had to
Maybe
wait
now.
for my little
Glow up.
glow up.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but
I
like-
was I had straight hair,
Bowl cut.
bowl cut. I didn't really care, but it was fun. Like,
It was free.
it was like, yeah, I mean, I couldn't complain, but obviously, I think it took a while for, I don't know,
That's just
maybe
how
like
puberty works.
self-confidence or
Oh.
I don't know what happened.
I think maybe that's just how puberty
Maybe
works.
that's just how
Okay,
puberty
girl,
works.
that's
Thanks,
what I'm-
Amber.
Yeah,
That's not where I
right?
was getting to.
Oh, sorry. What were you getting to?
I don't know. That's it. Anyways, no, this is what is weird is fetishizing. What? How do you say
Fetishizing.
Whatever. Asian girls being like a fetish. That's weird to me to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having sisters, and then being like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now even with you, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, no, it's so weird.
I don't know if I really experienced it to your level though.
Wait, you definitely experienced it
too.
the most out of all of us. What are you talking about?
Bro,
What? Really?
I feel like you, yeah.
Oh yeah. I feel like part of the reason also why I even had a YouTube channel that popped off was because every single girl was like, I love Andrew and I love K-pop and he looks like Jungkook. So
Guys,
thank you for
comment
my
down
career.
below if I'm handsome. Comment down below #handsome.
Hashtag handsome.
Thank
yeah,
you.
everyone comment.
Andrew is handsome.
That was a joke.
I
But
mean, I just feel like girls nowadays will literally thirst trap over Asian, not thirst trap. Well, that's crazy. Will literally
Oh.
thirst over like Asian boys like to a crazy extent. And even I do feel like the amount that K-pop idols get like thirsted over is a little bit sometimes over the edge crazy.
I agree. I don't like that.
Yeah. There's like certain boundaries where I'm like, these boundaries are being really pushed over these Korean men. So I don't know what it is. What is it in Korean men that is doing this? But yeah, it's a little crazy. And Andrew, I mean, I wonder how it was growing up for you, because even from probably since you're like 13, you've been having fan edits.
Oh yeah, that is weird to have.
Yeah.
Bro, sometimes I look at them.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man, where did you find these photos?
Like mom's Facebook or something?
Yeah, and it'll be like a recent edit, and it'll be like a photo from when I was a kid. I'm like, did Ashley post this? Did Amber? Or like, who's deep diving for this?
Yeah.
Makes me very uncomfortable sometimes, because I'm like, I just don't know how this photo is in your hands now.
Yeah. I think also sometimes if I need photos of like you or Amber, for example, I could just search your name on Pinterest, which is crazy, and it will pull up so many photos that I don't even have.
Wow.
And it's just like wild.
Guys, if I look, I've gone on Pinterest and it was all my old outfits.
Yeah,
Oh,
your outfits get
period.
reposted. It's kind
What
of
about
fire.
my new outfits, guys?
You don't post enough, bro.
Oh, you're right.
You gotta
Yeah.
post your outfits.
But my outfits from a few years ago keep popping off, but I keep showing up in meme pages.
Meme
Yeah,
pages?
there was a
Bro.
meme.
Oh yeah, but he got like memed on for like going to Japan or something.
Yeah,
I
let's
know.
put down the screen right here.
That's kind of funny though.
But it didn't make sense. I didn't get
I
why
didn't get it.
Andrew was...
I didn't get it.
It was like visits Japan for the first time starter pack or something. Like,
I feel like the meme
something
would be
stupid.
funnier if it was like a white guy in the photo. I'm like, it's Andrew.
Yeah, it's like he could be Japanese for all you know, bruh.
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
But anyways, that was kind of silly. It was like a huge meme page posted that. So that was pretty funny.
So I should start posting more of my outfits, and then
Yeah.
I become fashion idol.
Yes.
No more
Wait.
K-pop idol, just fashion idol.
I fart into the mic.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was a Korean fart. Savor it while you can.
Oh, ew. That's so crazy. Oh, don't sniff the mic, bro. That's... Bro, second time Andrew farted on our podcast.
Stop. Ew. Genuinely stop.
Bro, stop smelling it. You need a chance.
Smell it. It was a joke.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I'm going to switch the topic because Andrew needs to stop farting.
Hey.
Back to the fetishization of Asian women. On our end, I think it's like Asian women are fetishized a lot of the times because they're seen as like more quiet or more submissive, and also petite and small. I'm gonna vomit even saying those words because they have like such a weird like feeling to them because
They're perverted, bro.
Like
The
words themselves aren't necessarily. Maybe the word submissive sounds perverted.
All of them together.
But
is
like
perverted.
that's perverted.
Yeah.
And for people to like seek that out is like so weird. It's always weird when people are like having a type and they're like, if they were to just say it's Asian, I'm like,
No.
that's kind of
like,
crazy.
Take that back right now,
But
bro.
people are allowed to have a type, right? Or like I'm so at the same time, I feel like type is not like type could be like tall and handsome and funny, and not like just Asian. Like, do you know what I mean?
But-
Like where like it's like how does one?
Well, it's
yeah.
because if someone is only dating Asian women and they specifically like these Asian women because they're like submissive.
But what if
and-
they just like the look of Asian people?
I feel like that's also kind of just like,
But
I
what
don't
if
like
they-
that.
There are times when it's right and wrong, and I guess it's on a case-by-case basis.
I kind of want to go back to what Andrew was saying earlier about how he felt undesired when he was growing up. I feel like you literally said exactly how I would, where like all of your white friends, people are crushing on them, and then you just know in your head like, oh, the popular girl or guy will obviously not like me because they like no one would see me that way, right? That's kind of what you're saying. Like I don't know. I feel like when you're Asian, you're just like the popular white kid is not gonna like me because he just won't see me like that.
I feel like I actually have kind of a contrary experience because all of my white girlfriends growing up, like from a very young age all the way through the end of high school, would always be like, I wish that I was like mixed.
What?
They're like, because they were like, being mixed like makes you so pretty, makes you like so different, and they would always like hype me up and tell me like I really wish that I was mixed because they'll be like, I'm so boring and white, and then I would go through my days being like, well, period, like Yes, I have a little bit of like that cultural flair. Yeah.
I've never had that experience, bro. Have you,
Really?
Andrew?
No, ma'am.
No.
Okay, well, I had really nice girlfriends in high school then. So
That would hype you
they
up.
literally hyped me up so hard, and they were like, "Oh, you're so tan, like your hair is so nice." Like, obviously, a lot of my friends were like just like raised American. They're like, even they would wish that they had like another culture, like even if it was like Irish culture or like something. Like they all just kind of, as an American person, I think a lot of times you wish that you had more culture because you kind of don't in a way, if that makes sense. So they would always be like, dang, like I wish we had some culture. But
Wow, I
yeah.
feel like that's a rare experience as
Really?
an Asian person in the US, or like a rare experience for
Yeah.
a minority to have. What the hell?
Yeah, because my girlfriends would never make me feel like, oh, like you're Asian, so like we're gonna treat you different. Luckily, they were really, really nice. So
I'm glad
that
What the
made my
hell?
high school experience like go by more easily, probably.
Yeah, what the
What are you
fuck?
talking about, bro?
Sorry,
I thought I knew you.
Yeah, what? And suddenly you're so different from us, bro. You don't get it. You don't get it like we
sorry,
do, bro.
I had nice friends.
All right, unplug your mic.
Yo,
Get out of podcast. We
Mute
don't need
her,
you here.
silence
I'm just
her.
saying, bro. There's different experiences for
I'm
different
joking.
people.
No, you had a better experience. So that's good.
yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I was on the vibe where I was like, why would I ever be desired?
Oh, I was like, I'm lit that I'm Korean right now.
Dang, must be nice, bro.
Yeah. Like I would always be like, would you rather be full Korean or fully white? Obviously full Korean.
Yeah, I'd
'Cause
rather
that's
be
way
full
more
Korean
vibey.
too. But I was gonna say, when we were on the topic of K-pop, I was like so like ashamed of my Koreanness a little bit. Be that I loved K-pop growing up. Like since I was like 7 years old, as like my favorite type of music has always been K-pop, always been Super Junior. And I would make my little like YouTube playlist of my favorite songs and music videos and interviews and whatever with my favorite K-pop groups. And I would get so embarrassed that every time I made those playlists and like was kind of enjoying it for like a month or two, I would delete the playlist and erase all of it from my like watch history. Cause I was like, as if anyone's even gonna open my
That's
like
so
computer.
sad.
But I was like, no, I don't even want to be like perceived as someone that enjoys this or like whatever. So I hid all of it. And so then because like imagine if I had those playlists from when I was like 7 years old of like my favorite clips and now I just lost them all. Like all of that history is gone because I erased it, bro.
You could still find it if you really wanted.
I know, but
I
there's,
guess you
like-
wouldn't know what you were looking
I
at
don't know
when
what
you
to
were
search.
7. Yeah.
So it's all gone. And that's like how I felt growing up was like so much fear. And it's crazy how much of it still kind of bleeds into me today because deadass, I was so brave. And like last year I showed Pono, my boyfriend, some Super Junior songs. And I was like, I just want you to listen to this because this is like secretly my favorite music. And I feel like it's actually really good and you would enjoy it. And Pono loves it. And I'm like, oh, what? Like I did not know you could love it. And then we're driving in the car with like our other friends, who are not Asian, and Pono turns on Super Junior, Sorry Sorry in the car as we're driving somewhere, and I literally almost had like a panic attack because it was being
What?
played in front of other people. And that's like when I was like 20 years old.
That's like some deep rooted trauma, girl.
Yeah, no, so that's like literally how it affected me was like a year or two ago, it plays in the car and my whole face is red and I like can't breathe and I'm like, and I like realize in the moment I'm so stupid. I'm like, this is like not something worth getting like worried
Yeah.
over. So I'm like trying to sit there in the moment being like, wow, this is like a crazy moment where I have to work through this in my head and like know that it's fine. And Pono's like singing along to it. And I was like, I wanted to like shush him and be like, stop and change the song. But then my friends in the back were like, oh, like this kind of sounds like Lady Gaga. Like comparing it to like American music and being like, oh, I like
Lady
this.
Gaga.
Because if you listen, it kind of does sound like a Lady Gaga song. But
That's really funny. I also think nowadays, what's always crazy to me is like I'm shopping or I'm eating dinner and they're playing K-pop and I'm just like, where? Like how?
No, it's crazy. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It is like interesting to see. I don't know. I always still kind of have that like embarrassment and shame tied
No,
to it.
girl.
I
This
know,
is
but I
our
can't-
moment as Korean Americans, and you gotta bask in it, bro.
I know, but I think I
Seriously.
need to like work through it or something. Like that experience in the car was literally like a trauma
I
exercise where
actually
they like
would not expect you to get stressed out over that. Like
Me
that seems
neither.
really random to me.
me neither, but that's just how my body reacted, and I guess that's just like how my brain is.
Whoa.
And it was dead ass like how if you go to like a swimming lesson when they throw the baby in the deep end, like that's how I felt in my like brain journey of like getting over that fear.
Yeah. On that note, that's actually how I learned how to swim. Was I got thrown in the water like a baby.
Was it?
Yeah, I literally remember feeling like I was being drowned at a summer camp. Thank you.
Well, thank you for sharing that, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That added a lot to our podcast.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah. One last thing I have to say.
Okay.
If you are a white man, never come up to me and try to talk to me about anime. That's all I have to say.
Oh, yeah, never do
Never
that.
do it,
Never,
bro.
never.
I'm like, first of all, wrong culture. Second of all, why would you talk to me about this? Why would you try and act? Why would you? And it's like
Okay.
their way of flirting. I'm like, no.
I respect anime, and Andrew actually watches a lot of anime.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I
you
watched Attack on
do.
Titan. That was the only show I ever watched.
Okay, no need to get heated about it,
You
bruh.
said I'm a dweeb or a weeb.
No, actually,
I was
weeb.
shopping the other day, and a worker came up to me and said, "Did anyone ever tell you you look like a cartoon character?" And I was like, "Bro, that has to be racist somehow."
Yeah.
What cartoon character?
She said,
a cartoon.
She said, "A cartoon character." I was like,
You
she
should have
definitely
asked
meant
too, because she
anime.
could. Nah, she could have said something.
Oh, SpongeBob free
Yeah.
claw pants.
Yeah, she could have been like, yeah, you ever seen Ben 10, bro? Like, I don't know. She could have said
Why
something
you
different.
I feel like that's pretty clearly like a weird microaggression. I'm on your side, bro. Once again,
just because
actually,
she said he looks like a cartoon character doesn't mean it's a microaggression.
Bro, it's
do
not
you-
the first time someone said I look like an anime character.
obviously,
though.
if you're Asian, and then maybe you do look like a cartoon character genuinely, without just being it because it's you're Asian.
but what type of person looks like a cartoon character? Like, how do you say that to someone?
You look like a cartoon character, bitch.
Okay,
Don't call her that.
don't call me a bitch, bro.
No, you.
What the fuck, bitch?
You literally.
You're a fucking
bro, You
bitch.
just,
You're a bitch.
Mom is not gonna like this part of the
I was
podcast.
just gonna say that.
I could look like a cartoon character. I have been told that I look like from Avatar: The Last Airbender. You guys already, I don't even have to say what character. You already know which one I look like.
Yeah, we
Thank you
know,
very
we
much.
know. I just kidding.
And that
You're
would not be
obviously-
racist if someone said that.
You're obviously the beautiful character from that one show, of course, bro.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And you're obviously.
And I'm Chowder from freaking Cartoon Network, so that's that. Just kidding.
That was crazy.
Insert a photo of Chowder right
Andrew,
here, bro.
and then you're a schnitzel. That's what she was gonna say, bro.
I'm Schnitzel, bro.
Yeah,
Rada, rada.
obviously.
Yeah, I say only a few words.
Oh man, a few words.
Bro, she was gonna say you're literally Ferb. That's what she was gonna say. Have you ever
No.
seen Phineas and Ferb? You look like Ferb.
Yeah, you ever heard him talk?
Yeah.
I love Ferb.
Yeah, and I'm Dr. Doofenshmirtz's daughter.
Victoria.
Yeah.
And then I'm Isabel.
No, but I'm actually Candace, though.
Yeah, you are, bro.
I'm her annoying ass.
And we have fun, bro. And Ashley gets mad. We're fist bumping right now. One
Wow.
more time. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What's the most racist thing that has ever happened to you?
Probably called a slur.
When were you
hate
called?
crime.
Were you called a slur for real?
Yes.
Bro, dead ass.
C
The
word?
same, I think, too.
Yes.
In a like where? Tell me the details. One of
In
our
high
friends
school?
got called the C word recently at a pizza place.
Yeah, what the hell? Like, legitimately.
Yeah.
In New
Whoa.
York. I think I was called the G word, the Asian slur that starts with
for
a G.
Koreans?
Yeah.
By who? And how did they know? Never mind, I know who it was.
Yeah, you are. Exactly. That's how
Yeah,
we,
that's crazy.
high school things, white boys be like,
Yeah,
throwing
that's
out the
pretty
G word. I'm like,
crazy.
how do you know that?
Yeah, I was like, I didn't even like know that.
Yeah, in the moment they're calling me that, I'm like, wait, what does that mean? And they're like,
Imagine asking like
that's
someone calls
like,
you
I
a slur and then you're
swear-
like, wait, like what does that mean?
I swear that's kind of what happened because I was like 14. I'm like, wait, what did you call? Like, what does that mean?
That's
and then they're
crazy.
like, it's this. I'm like, okay.
You're like, I'm gonna leave now.
I'm gonna
Bye.
leave now. Goodbye. Oh my god, crazy thing. I feel like just hella microaggressions from everyone, because I feel like we had like some. I'm taking the blame for this. I had
Okay.
some really annoying and rude white guy friends when I was in high school, and one time they like came to our house, and they were just assuming everything in our house was the way it was because our
We're
mom was Asian.
They're like,
So they
is this
saw-
feng shui?
No, they were like, they walked into like one of our bedrooms and like the mattress was on the floor and they're like, oh, is that an Asian thing? And I'm like, no, the mattress is just on the floor. And then they're like, do you ever like feel so weird looking at your parents because like you just know like it's not right? And I'm like, what do you mean?
what does that
bro?"
mean? They
They
said
deadass
that?
were like, don't you just like, is it weird looking at your parents like and knowing that it's something's just like off? Like that's just not how normal families are. And I'm like, no, that's just my parents. Like they're asking me the stupidest shit. And I'm like, not everything. Like, why do you like assume like all of these weird things? And like, why would you assume that like I wouldn't feel like connected to my parents because like they're two different races? I'm like, bro, that's literally just like our family. That's how things are.
Yeah.
And they're like trying to like get deeper into it and be like, wait, no, tell me the truth though. Like, do you feel like so like detached from your dad? I'm like, no, that's my dad. I don't know.
That's crazy.
People are so crazy. And that's also why I feel like when I went to college and I met some other white people who were normal and like not racist, I like could not trust them dead ass because I would see, I don't know, I just assume that every person I meet is like secretly racist because that's like what I experienced growing up.
I feel like when I meet people, I try to assume the best. And I feel like knowing that we have a father who is just like so chillax, has never made us feel any certain like way, like racially or something. Like I see that there's a man like dad that can have an Asian wife and he loves her just because she is her. You know what I mean? Then it makes me trust other white people to hopefully do the same. But like I said, it's on a case by case basis.
Very
you got to
true.
vibe check that.
Very true, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm also wondering, to kind of wrap up the podcast, what is your favorite thing about your Koreanness? What's like your favorite aspect of it?
Bulgogi.
Bulgogi. I know that's Andrew's. Say it right now for the people. They love it.
My favorite thing about being Korean.
Dickhead.
Bro.
Okay, you go.
Bulgogi.
Bulgogi.
You guys say in the deep
Bulgogi.
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 That's what we're talking
Okay.
about, bro.
Oh. The H mark.
Oh.
You love the H mark. That's what I love about being Korean is the H mark.
Wait, why do I kind of agree, though?
Don't you too?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that means food.
Yeah,
I like
the
Korean food.
Period.
Boda.
Boba is Taiwanese.
Fuck.
No, I think the Korean food is obviously busing. I'll say my favorite thing about Koreanness is like the strength and resilience of Korean people, but I think specifically Korean women. I feel like we see it in our grandma or our halmoni a lot. Halmoni. And they are just like, they go through so much shit and they are still like always toughing it out for their family. And like they really care about their family and they will go through some crazy stuff just to like keep everyone safe and good.
I love our Korean grandma. Our Korean grandma has been through really hard stuff.
Yeah.
Especially living in Korea and then also like coming to America. But like if you've talked to mom about like grandma's upbringing like as a child and stuff, it's like hard.
Yeah.
So
it is.
She is a resilient
like
woman. I love our grandma. She does every single thing. I love Korean grandparents. I feel like they're always like bringing fruit as a gift because that's something that was harder to get when they were younger. And they're just very caring and very kind.
Yeah.
And I love a Korean accent as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is very like heartwarming and like nostalgic.
Just to hear Korean. Yeah.
Very comforting, I feel like, to hear people speak Korean or just hear people that sound like our grandmas. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
that's my grandma, bro. It's so nice.
If I see any Korean lady with a perm, I'm like,
yes.
my heart.
Yes, bro.
If I see a hajima, I'm like, oh my God.
Hajima?
Hajima.
Halmoni?
Bro, those are my
favorite Korean word. Go. You don't know
애기.
yours? Oh,
That's a simple one. It just means baby.
mine is 감자 남자. That means potato man.
bulgogi 냄새나.
I smell like beef.
Or is it?
It smells like beef.
Bulgogi.
Fire.
fire.
Let's talk about.
Do you have a favorite thing of the week? Maybe not
Oh.
even Korean related.
My favorite thing of the week is I squatted for the first time after getting surgery.
Yay! Go, Andrew.
Congrats, Andrew.
That's very brave.
135 pounds, so one plate.
Very nice.
It was very stressful because I was like,
Pretty heavy.
no.
But for you, for your knee, yeah.
For my knee, it was kind of messed up. But I was so stressed because I've never put that much weight
on your knee.
on my knee or like squatting. So I was like, but it felt okay.
That's good.
Nothing was weird. It was cracking a lot. But that's growth.
Yes.
Gonna be recovered soon.
I'm proud, bro. That's huge.
That was huge.
What about you, Ashley?
I'm back to doing whatever I like.
My favorite thing is that NAMI, my matcha business, is launching on July 15th.
Hooray!
Yeah, which is like almost a week from this podcast. It's launching on a Monday, though. It'll be Monday, July 15th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, namimatcha.com.
PM?
So that's what I'm excited about.
Woo! Go Ashley. Go
Thank
Nami.
you. Yay.
My favorite thing is I actually did end up making the granola I was talking about last episode, bros. And you guys thought I'd never do it. You haters and doubters said I could never make my granola, but I did.
And she burnt all of it. She burnt 3/4 of it.
It happens.
It happens, guys. It's okay. I tried my best. I went upstairs. We went up to Kelly's apartment while it was baking because he had to show us something in his apartment. I come back downstairs and it was burnt. But you know what? There were some salvageable bits and it was delicious. So I would make it again. I'll just keep a closer eye on it this time. But that was my favorite. We made it with our friends. I think we've been hanging out with our friends a lot this week, and that's another favorite of mine.
Okay.
Anyways, 감사합니다 for watching.
감사합니다.
Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you, blessed, grateful. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah.
Thanks
Of
for
course.
letting me live here.
Anytime, new roommate.
Well, that wraps everything up.
Beautiful twin sisters.
Out.
Beautiful twin sisters.
Sisters.